What's up, y'all? Erroneous here, back with another Raid Shadow Legends video. In today's video, I will be pulling shards for the champion chase, or maybe not pulling shards, because in this one was actually very interesting. Not an event, but a tournament this time around. So champion chase tournament, and the fragments are only at 1550. I did not expect this, and so that kind of ticks me off because I could have gone for the 1+1 event for the ancient shards, and I would have been just fine. I could have pulled ancients, and I possibly could have gotten a double Lego. But this is the first time that I think they've done this where they put the points so low. I keep on going to an event because it's usually an event, but they made it a tournament this time. But they put the points so low to get the fragments, which is a surprise to me. Now, obviously, if you have a ton of shards and you have fragments for other champions from, Doom Tower, other areas of the game, Embreeze, for example, then you kind of want to go for this 100 fragments here for the relics materials. Maybe even go for the 100 legendary relic materials as well if you have enough resources, or you could just save all of your resources for upcoming fusions. So I do recommend saving your resources for upcoming fusions or upcoming really special events, because these relic materials, even though you get them, does not guarantee that you're going to get a really strong relic. It's just like pulling shards. You have a very small chance of getting that legendary or other champion that you're aiming to get. The other thing is they put the 5-star Titus Perfect Soul here for everybody to compete against each other to get, instead of doing like a Deck of Fate or an event, like a Titan event or something like that, I believe it's called. And it's kind of frustrating. Not only did I have a 1-star pop up in my Altar of Souls for this guy, or a Souls Merchant, whatever you want to call it. I got him in here and I was like, I'm not going to need him because they're probably going to do an event for his 5-star soul. Of course they didn't. That's another first time they've done something like this. So that's a little irritating. It is what it is. There's nothing we can do about it now, but just something to note. So for me, you can literally go for this guy and get the fragments without even having to pull shards, which is pretty awesome. Now, I could go for remnants, which I'm going to do that. So that'll be automatically 500 points from 2 epics. And then I need an additional 1,000. Now, I wasn't smart and tried to save my Lemonisi. I failed on trying to save her. I should have done that. I would have gotten an extra 500 points. But if you guys were smart and did that, awesome. I do recommend everybody to try to do that. I just didn't do it on my account, unfortunately. So I don't get the additional 500. However, I could go here. I could potentially fuse maybe, or try to go for a Templar. Make sure you're going to your fusions here. Possibly you can fuse things here. I could fuse a Justicar if I wanted to try to do that. Could try to fuse one of these if you have the champions available. Bloodhorn, of course, I don't have any. And of course, you can also fuse or pull 2 of these yellow hides. Pull those 2. So if I pull 2 remnants, that's already going to be 500 points. 2 yellow hide, yellow hand, that's going to be another 500 points. So that's already at... Actually, are they void? They're void, so it's actually 350, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So since they're void, let me just double check that. Void, yeah, 350, so that's 700. So wow, I'll actually be at 1,200 points. So you only need 300 more points after that. Jeez, that's easy. One of the easiest champ chase grinds ever. Actually insane. Actually insane. All right, well, I think I'm going to start with pulling out the fragments, which is Gom, Yellow Hand. So let's pull 2 of the Goms. Then we'll go to our remnants. We'll pull our remnants, and the remnants are going to be... Where am I at with Mercy? I've pulled 28 remnants, so I'm already into my Pity or Mercy, and I can check how much points, or what's the percentage per pull that I could get a mythical. I'm hoping I get a mythical today, to be honest, but with my luck, doesn't usually work out the way I like it to. So right now, if I go to the remnant summon and I check here, after summoning 24 times without receiving a mythical, the Mercy system activates. Each subsequent summon without getting a mythical will increase the chance of getting one by 1%. So since I've summoned 28 so far, I have a 6.5% chance right now to get a mythical. 6.5%. So that's a slightly higher amount by 0.5% than a sacred shard. Can we get ourselves a mythical? If I get a mythical, I really want Siegfried, Nias. Our bias is pretty good too. She's very strong, but I want Siegfried, Nias, Galathier, potentially even, what's that dude's name? That's like overpowered. Commodus. He's pretty overpowered in my opinion. Toshiro, I have a 6-star soul waiting for him, so I wouldn't mind him. Nell, I actually wouldn't mind getting Nell as well. She's really, really powerful. Nell as well, that rhymed. Then we've got Aphodus. Even with the buff, I think he's trash in my opinion. I don't think he's that. Obviously, he's good in high elves, or the dark elves, but I think he's trash in general. Now, another thing I wanted to mention too is, I'm like going back and forth here like crazy. I have 97 fragments right now. 97 fragments. Actually, it's right here for the Embreeze. Man, it would have been perfect. Would have come in clutch for me to be able to pull him, because I think it's 1,000 points if you pull a mythical for the champion chase. I'm pretty sure it's 1,000. Yeah, 1,000 points for a mythical pull. Embreeze, I won't get him till next week. Kind of stinks. But I've already got the 50 gems. Like I said, I'm at 700 points already. You can be too. Hopefully you didn't pull those GOMs early on. You should have pulled them now, because we also have champion training going on at the same time. All right, here we go with the remnants. Here we go. Please give me a mythical. I really want to be a lot better in live arena because they're overpowered. Let it be something good. Come on, mythical. It's an epic, of course. Another Geomancer. Okay, so that'll be 29. So now I'm at 7.5% chance to pull a mythical. Here we go. Another epic. Yikes, dude. That's now going to be 8.5. I've pulled 30 remnants. 30 remnants. That's insane, dude. 8.5% chance now. It's going to be another month before I get more remnants. 30 remnants. That is so painful. Now I only need... It was a void, so that helped. It was actually a void epic, so it gave me 350 points instead of 250. So an additional 100. I only need 200 more points to get the fragments here. So we don't have to really pull many shards at all. Now, I could pull primals, or I could pull just one sacred. I think I'm just going to pull one sacred and call it a day. Just get it done. So I'll be all set. Now, I could also... You could consider pulling or buying champions from here. So these are all 1 point each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if you wanted to do that, you could. I don't really feel like doing it. I'm just going to pull a sacred. Currently, I'm at 8 sacreds. And more than likely, it's not going to be a Lego. So, yeah, it's an epic, which is fine. Tyrell, I'm going to use him as food since I already have a +4 Tyrell. Tyrell is very strong for Cursed City, as well as the hard faction wars, because he has the defense down, sleep potential. He has the stun potential. This is a very hard hitting ability, by the way. I have my Tyrell in lethal set, and he hits very hard. If I put him in Merciless, it'd be even better. So I have 50 Ancients, 5 Voids, 7 Primals going into the upcoming fusion. I'll have a lot more by the time the next fusion rolls around, but that's all I'm doing for today. I didn't really have to do much. Only had to pull one shard, which was the sacred, and that's it. 1550 for points. Of course, I'm going to claim this energy pretty soon. I just want to wait for this to get to 130. And yeah, I guess it just... Man, I really was hoping for a mythical, to be honest. Still can't get that mythical. My hands are tied behind my back in terms of getting a mythical. Plarium's like, no, spend money. Anyways, that's going to be it for this one, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on a video soon. Take care.